What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel. It's your boy here, Jersey Flex. If you're new to this channel, make sure to go hit that subscribe button. But as you guys know by the title of this video, I kind of wanted to give you guys a little bit of advice on your first steroid cycle, okay? So there's a lot of things to cover in this video about things that you should know if you're considering taking steroids. But again, I'm not promoting the usage of this stuff. I just feel like this knowledge should be out there just in case if anybody's considering taking any form of anabolic or androgen. But again, please consult your doctor. There's really like a whole lot I kind of just want to cover from a personal standpoint, and also for educational purposes for you guys to know about steroid usage and abusage, because you know it's something that you guys should think and consider, especially if this is your first time taking it, or if you're an experienced user. This video might actually make you a little bit more aware of to the damages that steroids can cause, and also just be a little bit of an eye-opener of things you should be mindful of doing and taking precautions to just be healthy. Because at the end of the day, you want to look like an animal, but you also want to do it in a healthy way, so that way, you know, longevity should also be in the back of your mind. You don't just want to die jacked and 30 years old and be like, hey guys, you know, I had veins that look like garden hoses, but you know, it's time to go, peace out, I'm 30 years old, and end up in a grave box. So that's not something I want to promote. So without getting into way too much detail, make sure you go down, subscribe, and let's roll that freaking intro video. Boom.
Maybe it's a new beginning, maybe it's the start of where it ends. I know there's no going back, and I'm loving the chase.
What is up, guys? Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that intro. As you guys saw in the intro that I made for this video as well, that I'm not your doctor, so I can't say it enough. I don't promote the usage of these things, so please consult a doctor. Don't take anything as medical advice. Entertainment only, guys. So let's begin discussing some of the things that you guys have to keep in mind when you're gonna do your first steroid cycle. Number one, if you're a 100% natural athlete at the moment and you're pretty happy with your physique, but you're getting a little greedy, stop right there, okay? You look good naturally, and you gotta weigh this out in your head, okay? So take this as just personal advice from somebody. At the end of the day, whatever you do, it's 100% on you, and I will never look down upon you for it. But you need to ask yourself one thing. What's the reason why you're taking anabolics or planning on taking anabolics? If the reason why you're going to do this is because you want to look better, you're being selfish and you're being greedy, but you already look good and are fairly content with your natural body, don't do it. Just don't do it. Because here's the thing, you know, you're going to shut down your natural testosterone. You could end up with reproductive issues if you don't post-cycle the right way. You could hinder your abilities of one day maybe having a family or just being overall healthy. And for what? Just to look better on a beach, look good in front of your friends, your mates, whatever you want to call them, your bros, your gym bros. You want to put up more numbers for what? Ego? You got to really evaluate that in your head, because, you know, steroids, as much as us gym bros, it's kind of a common thing. It's also nothing to play with. You know, you're screwing up your own natural testosterone production and everything. You're suppressing yourself, and you got to kind of weigh that out in your head. So that's number one for anybody who's considering doing it for the first time. You know, stay natural. Unless you're doing this as a competitive bodybuilder to make money, or you're, you know, in a competitive work environment where you're trying to be on a magazine cover as a fitness athlete, or Instagram, whatever famous douchebag that's making a lot of money, or YouTuber, you know, unless you have a reason, stop right there. You know, that's what I got to say, because it's going to be a lot of work to get your hormones back in check if you plan on reverting back to being a natural athlete. And I speak from personal experience, because I've also had to do that, is come off and PCT the right way, and it's a headache. You're gonna feel like crap afterwards. So like, it's just a word of advice. So diving into that, what you should know about your first steroid cycle is your body is familiar with testosterone. So the best advice that I can give to anybody considering doing this for the first time is try a testosterone cycle. Your body is already familiar with testosterone. It's going to know what to do with testosterone because it's already natural to your body. You're just putting a bigger amount of it inside. So, also that'll teach you if you're sensitive to aromatization and sensitive to estrogenic side effects, which is key because there are other steroids out there that will exacerbate estrogenic side effects, make you more sensitive to prolactin and all these crazy things like tren. Tren will make you sensitive to absolutely everything. I do not recommend tren as a first cycle unless you want to leave 5 people pregnant and smash a hole in the wall. So, you don't know if you're going to respond like that. So, testosterone will make you more of a bigger, better version of yourself. So that's kind of the advice I can give to someone, is to do like maybe a 400 to 500 milligram a week testosterone cycle, 2 to 3 months kind of thing, 8 to 12 weeks type of thing. And make sure you post cycle, because you will be crying about it. And I'm talking about HCG, Clomid, Novadex. Do it the right way. Get your blood work done. That is key. So that is the advice I will also give for someone doing their first cycle. Get blood work done before you do the cycle. So you know what your baseline is. You know what you are naturally. Your testosterone will be, let's say, 800, nanograms. So you know what you are going into it. You know what your liver enzymes are. Your kidneys are okay. Everything is whatever. Full checkup. Make sure you're good. Then when you go into it, some people will do blood work during, but it's kind of, I don't want to say pointless, because I don't want more plates, more dates finding this video and attacking me for saying that. But, your numbers are going to be a little bit skewed. Your testosterone might be out the roof if you're running testosterone. Yeah, no shit. Your estrogen might be a little high because of aromatization and all that stuff. Maybe liver, kidney enzymes might be elevated if you're doing an oral, So yeah, your numbers might be skewed during, but when you come off, that's when you have to do another blood work exam and make sure that it's comparable to your baseline that you did before running anything. So then you do your post-cycle therapy, whatever, and then you'll know. Then you do another blood work and you really try to see if you can get your numbers back to your baseline and make sure that you're okay after your cycle. Because there's another route of going about this. Some people blast and cruise. So they stay on testosterone year round at 150 to 200 milligrams a week, a basic TRT dose. And they'll, when they decide to blast, they'll go on like 300 to 500, sometimes 600, 700. Some idiots out there do a whole gram of testosterone a week, and that's a blast. They'll do that for 2 to 3 months and they'll go back to cruise. They'll cruise on 200 or 250 milligrams a week of testosterone, blast and cruise. So that's kind of just my word of advice, a little bit of things to keep in mind. And, to really try and motivate those people out there that should not be on steroids to stay the fuck off. You don't really need this shit if you don't need it. Unless you're doing this with a competitive mindset and for a specific reason, I don't recommend anyone doing it. That's just kind of my view on it. Be healthy, live happy, be happy. You're healthy. That's kind of it. Now, if you're going for the gym bro, want to look amazing, egotistic, I do relate to that because I've done that myself as well. And like I said, I would never look down at anybody who is just trying to look better and just feel better and happier. If that's really what's going to make you happy, I wouldn't look down at you either. So, but it's just my advice from a health standpoint. If you can avoid it, avoid it. But like I said, if you're experiencing anything like low testosterone, that's when you should consult a doctor and get doctor help. Actual TRT from a doctor. I'm not somebody to medicate or do anything like that, but that's kind of my advice for a first cycle. I would really just keep it to like testosterone, maybe a little Anavar, because Anavar is considered a little bit weaker, but you're going to get good results on it. A little bit of a mild compound alongside with it, but that's really it. Equipoise, Boldenon, they go great with testosterone. Something to do further on after a first cycle might be like testosterone and Deca, Winstrol is kind of only something that you should do if you're on a competitive photo shoot or a competitive stage. Really put the icing on the cake to a dry, hard look. Nothing really that I would recommend running just to run. Very liver toxic too, so no. Tren, save Tren for down the road. Tren is something once you make sure you're mentally stable, you're in a good place in life, and you make sure that you're going to be okay if you do Tren, and also, take a healthy amount of time off before running the Tren to make sure your kidneys are okay and all that kind of stuff. So, and again, get a checkup from the doctor. So this kind of, just some food for thought. I really wanted to make this video for any of the newbie guys out there, but also experienced guys could get a thing or two out of watching this video, kind of reinforce their knowledge a little bit of the things that they first learned that they might have forgot. So I hope this video was insightful for you guys. I don't want to ramble on too long. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and stay tuned to this channel. And I'm going to roll that freaking outro video, guys. You ready? Boom!